So who else is happy that they sold a couple of their Tesla shares nearly at $700 a share? What's going on, team? It's Ricky with TechBud Solutions. And let's be completely honest, right? Let's talk about the elephant in the room. The only people that are upset right now are people that did not sell at the higher levels and that have no more buying power to be able to pick up these stocks at lower prices. And we've been talking about it literally every single day. I sound like a broken record, and people continue to ask, Ricky, why are you so negative? Why are you so always talking about the market pulling back? Why are you trying to worry people? What has the market been doing for the past month and a half? Selling off. It broke below the SMA line. It's been making lower lows, lower highs, and it has not gotten better. Why would I promote hope with the market recovering, when there's no indication of it? I would rather be realistic. And it's not that everyone should sell, right? If your intention is to invest long term, all power to you. But if you're someone right now, because the market is pulling on back, you're freaking out, you're upset, it is because you didn't prepare. And all we say every single time is no one can predict the future, but you can prepare for it based off of your track record and previous patterns. And it's not that it's perfect, because no one's perfect, but it's working towards getting as close to perfect as possible that makes the most sense, right? And that's what we're all trying to do. I am so happy I took it upon myself to talk about the resistance level at $700. Why? Because it's been getting rejected at $700 literally for the past 2 weeks. So it's not much of a surprise last time where it hit $699 that I began to load off on my shares. And it wasn't a perfect trade, right? I had 2,600 shares of Tesla, pretty heavy position. I began to load off on it. I think I had about 1,800 after that. It began to indicate signs of a downtrend, and I began to load off on even more of my shares. Why? Because the overall direction is not in my favor. And I knew at this point, not only Tesla, right? Not just Tesla, but the overall NASDAQ market got rejected off the SMA line. What used to act as a support is now acting as a resistance level, and it began to pull back. So I just prepared. I prepared to buy at lower levels. And again, the only people that are upset right now are the people that do not have any more buying power, any more money in their trading accounts, any more money in their investing accounts because they didn't prepare. But I know right now, for those that have been waiting patiently, for those that have been staying well balanced with their position, not buying so much and approaching the market in a super aggressive way when the market's still bearish, right? Especially for tech. But those who prepared in case the market does pull back, as it has for the past month and a half, they prepared for worst case scenario. It's not about predicting the future. It's about preparing for it. That's all these videos have been about. In a market that has been so bearish for the past month and a half, why would you think that the tech market, all of a sudden, when no fundamentals have changed, no technicals have changed, we've received no indication of a reversal, why would you hope that the market recovers? So I want to talk about my not so perfect trade. I am very happy that during the live trading session today, we talked about this with the Learn Plan Profit Group. We've been talking about it every single day and simply preparing to buy and prepare at lower levels. You don't have to do this. This is just the way that I was approaching it. I began to load off on my shares of Tesla. You guys all saw it at over 2,500 shares. I keep you guys updated on Instagram on both my red days and my green days. Trust me, it sucks seeing Tesla pull back. It sucks, 100%. But we can't be surprised. We cannot be surprised that this is something that we could have prepared for. And as it began to sell off, I began to load off on my shares, sell a couple of my shares so I can buy at these lower levels. And I want to go on the 1 day, 1 minute chart. I did a really good job today. I saw that resistance level right around 640. And based off of yesterday's close, that was pretty much break even based off of yesterday's close. And I saw that resistance level at 640. I sold, I think, at 638 to be exact. I sold a total of 600 of my shares. I began to load off not exactly at 638, but as it peaked, some at 639, some at 638, and some at the lowest point, 635. So when this thing began to pull on back during the Learn Plan Profit live trading session, what did I say? It looks great when the market is bullish, especially when the overall NASDAQ is bullish. But at these overbought levels, right, it continues to get rejected. It continues to get rejected, and it continues to get rejected. We can't be surprised. So at these overbought levels, I'm going to prepare for a pullback. Why? Just based off previous patterns. I can't predict the future, and in a bearish market condition, right, I'm just going to prepare for it. And fortunately, where I decided to buy was not the best point. And that's not the whole idea of the goal is not to be a perfect trader. Oh, I guess the goal is, right? But that's impossible. I tried to do my part in buying at levels that made the most sense. So I decided to buy an additional 500 shares at an average from 620 all the way down to 615. 614, 615, around that general area. It began to indicate signs of an uptrend. I loaded up. I thought this was going to be a reversal. And guess what? It still sold off. But is that all my buying power? And I don't want you to focus on the dollar amount that I'm trading with. I want you to focus on the idea. If it makes sense to you, great. If it doesn't, the whole idea is being well balanced. I loaded off on the high levels to prepare for the lower levels. I loaded up on a couple of shares on where I viewed it, right? If you guys look at the 180-day chart, low 600s is not a bad price based off previous patterns for Tesla. But it's still bearish and it can still easily sell back off, right? Resistance, support, based off previous patterns. I still left, so although I loaded up on 600 shares on Tesla, I still left an additional 500 shares that I can buy if Tesla were to continue to sell off, if it goes sub 600. Why would I do that? To prepare for worst case scenario. I want to have enough money that I feel motivated, but not so much that I become an emotional mess. I'm going to say it again. The only people that are upset right now, and you can see by the comments, you can see by the dislikes, are the people that did not prepare. And trust me, we've all been there. You're no different. Like if you're just getting started, these are mistakes that we all make. But it's the only way that we can get better in the market is if we make progress. And the only way that you will make progress, big picture, is if you don't make the same mistakes over and over again. So all I have to ask you is, what can you do better next time? In a market where there's so much inconsistency, especially with tech. This is just for tech. And even if you are investing long term, it is so important during a bear market to understand current market conditions and your intention, and understanding that it's not indicating signs of an uptrend. We are not making higher highs, and things as of right now are very uncertain. So to be fully invested and to not be well balanced, it just, in my experience, isn't the best position to be in. So what I've tried to do is talk about lower levels, higher levels, and the importance of, at these overbought levels, that it's not the worst idea to load off on a portion of your position in preparation, right? For a pullback so you can take advantage of the lower prices. Tesla is just one of many tech stocks out there that are selling off today, out of many. So I don't know what you're invested in. I don't need to know. All I want to encourage you to do is do something today that your future self can thank you for next time, right? Because that's all this is about. Is if you're just getting started and you made a mistake, who cares? Learn from it. No one's perfect. We've all been there. I know I've been there. I've made that mistake multiple times. But the whole idea is to learn from your mistakes, so next time when you are presented with that same challenge, you at least have a better approach at it. Just trying something different. And of course, what I just talked about is one of many different approaches, so you can take it as a grain of salt. I just want to do my part in updating you guys on what I did, how I did it, and what I plan to do if Tesla continues to sell off. So I appreciate you guys' time. Wish you guys nothing but an amazing rest of your Friday and, of course, your weekend. I will see you for our Sunday Stock Talk. And one of the things that I'm going to be uploading tomorrow is the top 20 oversold cheap tech stocks. So if you are struggling to identify some cheap stocks, Tesla is not going to be one of them. But I want to talk about oversold cheap stocks in the tech industry. Not all of them are tech, about 90% of them. But just so you can explore and maybe add a couple of them to your watch list. So if you guys are excited for that, please drop a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel. And don't forget to stay connected and join our free Facebook group with over 310,000 members, which is, of course, the first link in the description. And you can join our free Discord chat once you get accepted. We will see you for Market Open on Monday, and that's that second link down below if you guys want to join our live trading session. Until then, we'll see you on the next one. Take it easy, team.